my name is Angie Breidenbach. I'm the Executive Director for the International Institute of Genealogical Studies. You can find it at genealogicalstudies.com. We're a trade school online. When you go through your education with us, you walk out our virtual doors and you're able to go to work, and you need no other certifications on top of that. But if you do want to, we help you continue on in some continuing education, and anything that you want to do will help you create your unique business.
Okay, and Angie, so the IIGS is now an accredited institution, correct?
We are not accredited like a college or university. We are a registered trade school.
Registered trade school.
Within the United States and internationally.
Okay. And where do your students come from?
Our students come from all over the world. So we have students on nearly every continent, probably not Antarctica.
Yeah.
And then within that, a lot of them are, maybe they're working or they're moms, or we do have a few that are doing continuing or additional education with high school. We have students that range in age from 14 to, I think, 94.
Okay. And if a person's a student in the IIGS, what would they expect to see in their classes? What sort of focus can they have, and what's their life like as a student?
Oh, life as a student is fun. We have, it's interactive online, where you're going to read your course material. You're going to go ahead in and add your answers to the questions, to your assignments. And as you do that, I liken it to writing an email. There's a box where you write in your information. There's, after you've done your assignments, then you're going to go down and you're going to take an exam per course. When this is the reason you don't need to retest for any certification, because every single course you take has a final exam. As a student, you'll also be able to interact with some live video meetings with your professor, and we have some community areas where you can join in with other students. Whether you want to go into our Facebook group, we have up and coming soon, we'll have some membership groups and study groups. But if you want to learn more and extend your education, you can do it at your own pace. It's a self-paced course. There is a start date and an opening, an opening and an end date, but in between there, you do it whenever you want, 24/7. And so a lot of people really like the flexibility.
So the program, is it for beginners, for intermediate, for advanced students?
I would suggest that if you are a beginner, you start with our Methodology 1 and you go forward through there through the entire program. So we have 14 methodology courses right now that'll help you become a certified genealogist researcher. But we have a 15th course coming, and it'll be out late 2024, and in 2025 it'll become a mandatory course for graduation, and it is Latin for genealogy. And then coming up after that, after you've finished your methodologies, you can take any one of the other certifications, and they get added together so that when you're done, you have 40 credits and you graduate as a professional genealogist with your full credentials. So you could do American or Australia, Canadian, you can do Scottish or Irish or Italian or German or Eastern European. And if you want to be, I think we have more than that. And if you wanted to be an entrepreneurial genealogist, we also have a full spate of business courses, so you can be certified in your business as well. We help you decide how to design everything from your logo to your website to your marketing, and we make sure that when you walk out the door, you know what to do to be able to make money as a genealogist.
And I know my wife and I are both students at IIGS, and we're going through the advanced methodology program right now. And my wife's going to take English and DNA, and I will be taking American and German. So I really like that you have the ability to take a couple different programs in order to build that experience.
That's the whole idea, is that you want to fill it out and you want it to be unique to you. So a lot of times when people come to me for student advising, I ask them, what did they do in the past? What is it that is unique about that person? And we help them focus on how to build their own unique business, so you don't have to be like everybody else out there. And that's really nice, because even if you're writing books, or so my expertise is in creating businesses and writing books and publishing and marketing them. And so I can help students learn how to do that if they want to write family history like house and farm histories or business histories, those things are wonderfully done through our courses, and then we can help mentor you along the way. And if you have questions, you just drop a note in the chat app and you get me, and then I send you over to whoever the expert is that's over that area to make sure you can get your questions asked.
So are you able to take individual classes, or do you have to take a full suite of classes?
That's a great question. Absolutely. You can, a la carte, pick any class you like. One thing I'll do when we're talking is you can do it on your own without ever talking to me, but I do like to know our students, and I like to make sure that I can help them get what they need. So if you're going to take a particular course, there's a prerequisite to it. For instance, we're adding Latin for genealogy, which would be a prerequisite for paleography. I'm going to want to make sure that you know what you're doing before you take that course, because I don't want you to flail. I want you to have all the help and support that you need along the way. And if you're coming in for continuing education, maybe you're a librarian or a museum docent, or you work in law enforcement and you're trying to learn the DNA that is beyond CODIS, those kinds of things we can help you with and get you into the right path for you and your specific need.
Okay. And you had said there's 44 courses to a full...
40
courses.
Most, if you're going to do the DNA, though,
that's right.
So you're going to add on the DNA. You're going to get a little extra course in there. But yeah, as a general rule, it's about 40 courses. There's a couple of programs that are maybe 41 or 42, and it just depends on how you're combining your electives. There might be an extra course that's needed for if you're taking a 12 elective program and you want to get the 13th course in for, say, English. You might want to take one extra course if you're doing that.
Yeah, and one of the things that I like is that the textbooks are downloadable. You can check those with you. They're PDFs. You can print out a copy and mark it up.
Yeah.
And they come with the course fees in general. And there are some other additional books that you do purchase. So what are some examples of some of the books that might be helpful for somebody considering classes?
We have probably 5 to 8, depending on the program that you're in, of actual physical textbooks. And so Mastering Genealogical Proof would be one of those books. Professional Genealogy, that would be one of those books. And we have a couple of others that would be, if you're in the Canadian track, you're going to want to take Canadian geography and maps, and that one comes with a book that is actually published out of Canada. So we have to make sure that you have the right textbooks to go with it. But as a general rule, in your 40 courses, 40 of your PDFs are downloadable, and you might have to pick up maybe 5 to 8 hard copy books. Some of them are very thin and small, and they weigh about 6 ounces. And we have a couple of them that are about, a little bit thicker and a little bit more. But
so if somebody was interested in learning more about the class offerings, how would they go about doing that?
I am glad you asked that question. Thank you. We do have, this is our new 2024 course catalog. We do have it all online, and the prices are all online, and it's very easy. One thing I like to tell you to do, and this is your secret, make sure to do more than 6 courses at a time, because it'll automatically take off $7 per course. And by the time you've done your whole 40, you're going to end up with 2.5 courses free. So that's a little trade secret for you right there.
Okay. Well, we've got about a minute and a half left. What else would you like people to know about the International Institute of Genealogical Studies, and where can they find you online?
Thank you. The International Institute of Genealogical Studies is found at genealogicalstudies.com, and we want you to know that we have grace and mercy for adults who are adulting. So if you need a little bit of extra time for a course, drop a note in that chat app and contact me, and let me help you get over that extra day that you might need, or 2 weeks. That's okay. If you need to push pause, maybe you're doing a little elder care. In my case, my mom fell and broke her arm, and I needed to take some time off of school. We pushed pause on my courses. I came back. It didn't cost me any extra to have that little bit of extra time and that grace in my life to help me to be able to complete and get my journey in genealogy to what I needed it to be. And I want to do the same for you.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time, Angie, and appreciate it.